Friends, let us know the environment audit. It is a new area of audit. Before knowing the procedure and the system of performing environment audit, it is little bit to know the meaning of environment. The word environment is a complex one. So, the definition of environment by Merriam-Webster defined environment as the circumstances, objects, or conditions by which one is surrounded. And another definitions of the same Merriam-Webster, the complex of physical, chemical, and biotic factors such as climate, soil, and living things that act upon an organism or an ecological community and ultimately determine its form and survival. So, this is what definitions given by Merriam Webster. So, this protection of environment or conservation of environment nowadays is a global issue. It is a challenging task for every country of the world. Most countries today face environmental threats due to the increase in pollution of the atmosphere, water, and land. Wildlife habitats continue to be threatened. Water contamination and air pollution are critical problems facing most countries. Environment related problems are linked closely to the rapid growth of population as well as to the technological advancement. In such is the condition, in India, the Supreme Audit Institution is headed by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, who is a constitutional authority. The Comptroller and Auditor General of India derives his mandate from Articles 148 to 151 of the Indian Constitution. The CAG's duties, powers, and conditions of service Act 1971 prescribes functions, duties, and powers of the CAG. While fulfilling his constitutional obligations, the CAG examines various aspects of government expenditure and revenues. The audit conducted by CAG is broadly classified into financial, compliance, and performance audit. This environmental audit by Supreme Audit Institution India is conducted within the broad framework of compliance and performance audit. Environmental audits have been conducted by Supreme Audit Institution of India for the last 50 years. This process was formalized with the introduction of specialized guidelines for conduct of environmental audit. Supreme Audit Institution of India designated the office of the Principal Director of Audit, that is Scientific Department, as the nodal office for environmental audit. This office undertakes exclusively environmental audits of central government programs all over the country. So the environment protection in India. Ministry of Environment and Forests is the nodal agency in the administrative structure of the central government of India for the planning, promotion, coordination, and overseeing the implementation of environmental forestry programs. The ministry is also the nodal agency in the country for the United Nations environment programs. In the states, the Department of Environment and Forest is the main agency for implementation of environment programs. The principal activities undertaken by Ministry of Environment and Forests consists of conservation of conservation and survey of flora, fauna, forests and wildlife, prevention and control of pollution, afforestation and regeneration of degraded areas, protection of environment in the framework of legislations. Major policy initiates by Ministry of Environment and Forests includes National Environment Policy 2006, National Conservation Strategy and Policy Statement on Environment and Development 1992. Ministry of Environment and Forests has enacted more than 50 rules and regulations, notifications for control of water pollution, air pollution, environment protection, animal welfare, wildlife, etc. The current work in the area of environmental auditing being done by Supreme Audit Institution of India. It includes preparing Green Office, assisting the Ministry of Environment and Forests, and preparing guidelines. Here, in the environment audit, one element come across is known as green audit. Let us see what is that green audit. Green audit is all about corporate responsibility. It uncovers the truth about statements made by governments and companies with regard to the effects of environmental pollution. The aim of green audit is to review the measures taken by the company to combat pollution. Green audit is defined as an official